I'm a bit sick right now, but the video needs to get done. Okay, let me redo that because I feel like I was just, ugh. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Neria, and if you don't know who I am, I'm the host of OK Ann, which is a podcast that is streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And today, I'm here to talk with y'all about the 2024 year that's coming soon. By the time this video is up, it'll be December 31st, which means the new year will be the following day. So if you watch this on the 31st, took this all in. If you watch it after the 31st, just still take it in, It's the same message nonetheless. First, let's just think back to the 2023 year. Let's reflect on it. Yeah. 2023 was a year to say the least. I feel like it started off like, yeah, and then it quickly went, poof. And then I went like, yeah, and then I was like, wah, and like, I'm ending the year pretty, yeah, feeling good, feeling great, ready for the new year, and I think you guys should be ready for the new year too, because I feel like 2023, just from people who I've spoken with, a lot has happened for sure in personal lives around the world and everything like that. And I just think that we need to go into 2024 with open hearts, open minds, and really just hoping for a good year and taking every lesson that we learned in 2023 and implementing it into 2024 and just living life happily, freely, doing what we love to do. So I asked you guys to ask me a couple questions for me to answer, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's take a look at what questions you guys asked me. So let's take a look at these questions. How do I do that? So someone asked, what was your favorite podcast episode from this year? My favorite podcast episode would have to be the very first one, maybe, because I feel like I spontaneously just recorded it and I uploaded it. Like, I didn't even think twice. I was like, I need to lock in and just start this podcast because why not? Like, what's stopping me? And I just think it's fun. It's lighthearted. It's a little introduction to, like, oh my gosh, Neria has a podcast? Like, what? And it is my most listened to episode so far because, I mean, it is the first one. And, like, when you announce they have a podcast, people want to, like, go and look at it. And I don't know. It's really just so spontaneous and just like, boom, I did it. But yeah, that's probably my favorite episode from this year. I love every episode that I've done, especially the ones I've done with guests. But off the top of my head, it has to be the first one. Someone else has asked, what made you want to start your own podcast? So I've always wanted a podcast. Like, ever since I was probably 13, 14, I was like, I'm going to have a podcast someday. And then the end of 2022, I was like, hey, lock in, I'm going to start a podcast. Early 2023, the podcast is going to get started. I'm going to release it by, like, I think my release time was March. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I had a microphone. It was set at a couple guests. Like, it was great. And then I ended up breaking that microphone. And it just, like, I don't know. I was like, okay, whatever. Life really hit me like a truck, and I was like, okay, screw this. And then I was like, hey, I'll never have a podcast, like, whatever. I don't care about this. But then over the summer, I was like, I need to level up. I need to tighten up. Like, 6 more months left of this year. Let's just do it. This is my dream of mine, and I can't just let go of my dream because I got sad and because I broke a microphone. Like, there's microphones everywhere. So just get a new one and do it. And so that's what I did. And especially, I started off with talking about my peace and healing journey because I always wanted it to be about guests. But I started off with me talking about my journey to peace and healing because I believe it's a topic that a lot of people are diving more into, and it's stuff that society is being more open to talking about. And I just wanted to, like, serve as, because if you know me, like, I'm sweet, I'm bubbly like you, like, I'm always smiling, and I'm just a sweet gal. But I was like, I have my bad days, and I do have my bad moments, like what happened in the beginning of this year. So I was like, so yeah. Long story short, I've always wanted a podcast because I feel like there's a lot of important things that the world needs to hear, so I want to share that with the whole world, and I want to connect with others so that they also have a platform for their voice. Next question. What is the biggest lesson you've learned that you wish you could tell your younger self? Ooh, that's a good question. What's the biggest lesson I learned this year that I could tell my younger self? I would say put yourself first. And, like, not like, oh, be selfish, like, da-da-da, but, like, when it comes to, like, your own happiness and your own well-being, do what you need to do as long as it's not negatively affecting another person's life. And really making decisions with yourself in mind and not necessarily only others. Because take care of you, take care of everyone else, but, it's you, yourself, and you at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's something I would tell my younger self. Someone said date. Yeah, I don't know how that pertains to this, but I'm not interested. Anyways, um, what keeps you motivated and continuing to do the podcast? You guys, honestly, like I've always wanted a podcast. Like this is my thing, this is my jam. But I feel like there's been times where I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. I don't want to do this anymore. What a waste of my time. But the thing is, it's my passion for it. Like my passion is so much stronger than my fear or like my anxieties that I'm like, I just have to keep going because I have to keep going for my younger self. I have to keep going for you guys. I have to keep going because I believe that there's so many important messages that the world needs to hear. So I need to just keep on like producing the episodes and content for you guys and for my own self to reflect on as well, because I just think that it's so important that everyone has a voice in this world. So that's what really keeps me going, honestly. Next question. What was your biggest accomplishments this year, or one that you're most proud of? Wow, that's a good question. I would say starting this podcast, like, that was a really big accomplishment for me because I like at the beginning of the year, I really thought like that was it. I was never going to have one. And then I did it. Also, another big accomplishment, I would say, gosh. What's another big accomplishment? Getting myself out of the darkness. I would say I feel like we need to start rewarding ourselves for the things that we've accomplished, even the little things. And I think that getting out of that deep, dark state that I was in at the beginning of the year was like the biggest struggle I went through this year. And I think that having gotten out of that, I think that like, wow, like I'm so proud of myself. I did a good job. Like that is an accomplishment. And I think we need to start like patting ourselves in the back for the things that we do, even if it's in silence, even if it's not like, oh, the whole world sees it, but it's like, applaud yourself for what you've done for you. So yeah. Someone else also asked, what are you most proud of this year? What I'm most proud of this year is going back to like being my most authentic self, because I feel like, so last fall I went to university for like the very first time. I was a freshman in fall of 2022, and I feel like I lost myself so quickly. Like I wasn't me. I was just like, oh, new city, new people, new place. Let me be like a different version of me, because why not? And I like, we saw how that ended up. I was just so sad. I wasn't me. I didn't feel like me. Just nothing felt right. But this year I really took into my own hands, and I was like, be yourself, be your most authentic self, because what others have to say doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's you, yourself, and you. And just be you. And those who appreciate you will appreciate you. And those who don't, well, it's their loss, honestly, because I think everyone just needs to be their own person and be their most true, authentic self no matter what. So I think I'm really proud of myself for embracing my originality. I'm really proud of myself for embracing my individuality and my uniqueness. Someone asked, what's my most memorable moment of the year? What's my most memorable moment this year? I feel like there's just so many good things that happened this year, but there's also so many bad things that happened this year. Most memorable. I don't know. I have so many. To be honest, I feel like every good moment was memorable because I remember every good moment. So, yeah, all the happy moments was the most memorable, I feel like. Someone asked, what's the biggest regret of this year? My biggest regret I had this year would probably be not taking care of myself. Because I do feel like I lost myself very quickly this year and last year. And I think that I didn't choose to take care of myself, even when I had the time, even when I had the abilities and the resources to. I just didn't. Like, whether it was appearance wise, I was like, hey, I don't care. Whether it was mental wise, like, I just didn't care to, like, better myself. And I think that's what I regret the most. And now I'm working on that for sure. And like I'm always working on it, but I feel like I wish I had just done that sooner, because obviously like you have a whole lifetime, like take your time, but I just wish I'd have done it sooner because I would have saved myself from so much like harm, anguish, and sadness, you know? So that's one of my biggest regrets, I feel like. Someone asked, how has your 2023 been and what are your plans for 2024? My 2023 was a roller coaster, period. That's all I can really say about it. It's been all over the place, but you know, I'm very grateful for all the blessings I received this year, and I'm very grateful for the lessons I learned this year. And my plans for 2024 is to lock in, be the best version of me, keep working on me, and just spreading goodness and happiness and joy and smiling more. Trying to bring back my beautiful smile that I love so much. Okay, someone also asked 5 things that you feel like you achieved in 2023 and 5 things you hope to achieve in 2024. 5 things I achieved in 2023. Starting a podcast. Starting on my healing journey. What else have I achieved? Passing freshman year of college. What else? Being my most authentic self. And 5 things I hope to achieve in 2024. Okay, I can't answer this question, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff in my brain. Anyways, next question. Reflecting back on this year, what was your most memorable experience? Going back to the question of the most memorable moment of the year. There's just so many. I really had so many new opportunities. I'm so grateful for all the new opportunities I had. And I just think that every new opportunity, every exciting opportunity, everything just like fell into place at the end of the day. And I just think it's really memorable for me. And that is all the questions. Thank you so much, you guys, for sending in questions. And I try to answer them the best I could, but, trying to think off the top of my head is kind of difficult. Now, I'm starting to understand, when I interview people for my podcast, I'm surprised at how they, are able to answer so quickly and, think like that. Because, personally, me, I'm looking kind of slow at it. So I applaud all my guests for being so talented in doing that, on answering on the spot. Okay. You guys. Talking about 2024 now. In 2024, we need to lock in. And we need to hold each other accountable to actually attaining our goals. Understood? Understood. In 2024, I need to lock in. For real, I need to lock in. We need to hold each other accountable, okay? And so in 2024, I really want to. So some of you guys may be wondering, why am I wearing a beanie and a scarf in this weather? Because I can. We need to lock in 2024. Okay, you guys, we're not going to get caught up like we did in 2023. Understood? Understood. Now, we learned a lot of lessons in 2023, a whole lot of lessons that we're going to use for the rest of our lives in 2024, 2025, 2026, and so on and so on and so on. Because I think that 2023 is a very valuable year for lessons. I think, I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. I think we all learned a lot. And we've just learned from our mistakes. And I think you're always going to make mistakes in life, but I think 2023 was the last year of major mistakes. 2024, you guys, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental state. Take care of your physical state. Take care of your circle of friends. In 2024, I want you guys to surround yourself with people who uplift you and make you feel good. I don't want to hear oh, so-and-so makes me feel like this, makes me feel so bad. No, none of that. No more. No more toxicity. No more negativity. Only positivity and people who uplift you. Because in 2024, we are going to level up. Everyone. Not just me. Not just you. Everyone. We are all going to work on being the best version of ourselves. We started it in 2023, but we're going to keep it going. We're not stopping. We're never stopping. You can never, you can always better yourself. You're not perfect. We're all perfect, period. But I feel like there's always more. And in 2024, we're going to seek to our fullest potential. We're no longer holding ourselves back. We're not letting fear hold us back. We're not letting anxiety hold us back. We're not letting others hold ourselves back. We're not letting ourselves hold us back. I'm talking about we are going the extra mile. You got a business idea? Drop it. Do it. Put it into action. Do what you need to do. You want to start an organization? Do it. Start it. You want to get good grades? Do it. Lock in, get your studies in, and let's do it. Because we can just sit back and be like, oh, in 2024, I want this, I want that. But no. You can say that, but are you going to do it? In 2024, we're giving ourselves realistic goals. I feel like every year, New Year's resolutions, it's always, I'm going to hit the gym. Oh, I'm going to make $1 million this year. Okay, babes. Let's be realistic with ourselves. Do you go to the gym now? Do you actually have the desire to set a schedule to go to the gym regularly? Or are you just saying you want to go to the gym just because everyone else is saying it? You know? Do goals that you know you can achieve and you know you can attain. Like, for example, me. I was like, I want to start going to the gym in 2024, okay? But I'm not waiting. I'm not sitting back and waiting till, oh, Happy New Year, 2024. I'm going to go to the gym on January 1st. No. I knew I wanted to start going to the gym in 2024, so I started the moment that thought came into my brain. I was like, I need to go to the gym. So I started getting comfortable with going to the gym, little stuff, and just keep on working on that. So the new year comes, I continue that routine, and by the time it's the end of 2024, I feel comfortable and confident in the gym. You know what I mean? If I want to make $1 million by the end of 2024, unless I seriously have $1 million idea where I present it and the $1 million comes in like that, it's not going to happen. I could say, oh, I want to make 10K by the end of the year with a business idea. That's more reasonable. If I have a business idea that I truly believe could sell and I work on marketing, I work on it confidently, I build a team, and I actually put in the hard work, yeah, I could probably make 10K by the end of the year. Maybe not in profit, but maybe in sales. I can make 10K in sales. Definitely, 100%. You can do it. I can do it. Anyone can do it if we truly stick to what we are working on. And that's with anything. Like, truly, you guys, truthfully, we're setting reasonable and attainable goals. Oh, and look at this. I also have a business card. Look at that. Look at that. Fire. So if you see this around town, if you see someone hand you this, take it, scan it, go to the website, go follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You know what it's about. We're all about that promoting. We're all about putting ourselves out there. We're all about doing what we love and letting passions overpower the fear, because fear cannot hold us back. Anxiety cannot hold us back. Nothing negative can hold us back. Not even our own selves, 2024, I'm going to actually lock in and finish reading these books. And they're upside down. They're upside down. But I'm going to actually start and finish reading these books. We have Clarity and Connection, The Way Forward, and Inward. These are all books by Young Pueblo. You guys, if you don't know me, I love Young Pueblo's work. Homeboy, he knows what he's talking about. 10 out of 10 recommend reading his stuff. It really enlightens you. And his book, Lighter, was the first book I read. I didn't finish it. I'm almost done, but it doesn't have the cover on it because I took it off. But Lighter by Young Pueblo. Too good. You guys need to read it. You need to read it. Yeah, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. I really hope that 2024 will be a blessed and fulfilling year for you, for me, for everyone. And I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish. And I will definitely see you guys again soon. And make sure that you listen to Okay And on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And, season 2 is coming out very, very soon. And I can't wait for y'all to see the amazing guests I have lined up and the amazing content I have to produce for you guys. So, see y'all soon. Bye. And Happy New Year.